it's Lynn from Lynn's Art Room channel. I'm going to redo another one of those acrylic print things. It's going to be flowers, but I realised that the flowers will be fine because you've got to put the paint down in really big thick globules so that when you put the other canvas on top and squish it, that the paint will transfer onto the other canvas. But you can't do that with the stems, because if you put big globs of paint down for the flower stems, they're going to come out looking like tree trunks. So what I thought I'd do is just randomly, and I've done this system before when I've been doing floral paintings, is I just randomly get a number of different colours of green and use the edge of a palette knife. I did have a larger one, which was easier, but I can't find it at the moment. So I'm using this one, and what I'm doing is dipping the paint in like this, and then just putting it onto the canvas. As you can see, I've done this one. It's pretty much finished. I might do a little bit more. So now I'm doing this one. Now the colours, I've used paint that's available here in Australia, Araldo de Paolo, and I usually get it from Riot in this kind of form, sometimes in the bottles, it depends what's on special. The colours I've used are Sage, and I've mixed a bit of botanical green in to get a slightly darker shade. With the botanical green, I actually put in like an egg yellow colour that I had mixed up previously, just to take that real, it was almost like a deep sea blue, the botanical green, and then green light, which is this one, and I'm using it just as is, and I've also put a little bit of burnt umber with another section, so that I've got a variety of different stem colours across the painting. And I'm just sort of doing this randomly in different directions. You can, it's easier if you use a flat plate. This one's got rather a high edge, and it makes it hard to get the paint on the edge of the palette knife. You can obviously do it as randomly as you want. You could have all the stems starting from exactly the same place and going straight up. You could having them going crisscross like me. You could just use one colour. You can do it as uniform and as regimented as you like, or as loose and flowy as you like. It's all up to you, and the number of stems that you put on is all up to you as well. And just looking at that, I was going, oh, maybe I'll try something like that in different colours and have that just as the painting, because it's quite simple. It's sometimes you don't need to have the whole canvas full of paint. You just need something simple, just to put on the wall and bring a bit of colour in, or just. So I'm trying to see what, because I love creating what I want to create, but I also would like to earn money from it, so that I've got that bit extra in my retirement. And it also kind of validates you as an artist if someone will pay money for it. I've sold 2 pieces, one to a family member, that was over a year ago now, but a few months ago, someone, a perfect stranger, bought one of my very abstract paintings off Marketplace, and she actually drove about an hour to get here. So I was really quite chuffed to think, oh wow, I've actually sold a painting to a stranger. But I'm yet to explore. I need to go back and try a few other paintings similar to the one that she bought, and just see if people like those as well. So, sorry about the noise. If you use paper plates, it won't be so much noise. Then it's not so good for the environment, is it? And I've used way too much paint, but you kind of need to get get it to get onto the knife. So I'm probably going to be here for a few more minutes, doing a few more dozen stems. Wish I was ambidextrous. It would be so much easier if I had one in each hand. So I will be, yeah, as I said, here for a little while, doing some more, and I might put a couple more stems in that one. I'll see how I feel. Just a bit more brightness over here, and you can like do them on different angles because we're going to be putting big globby flowers across, not just at the top. That way the flowers will be at different heights. Not all, yeah, as again, it can be as uniform as you want it because it's your painting. And this is something that you don't have to have gone to art school to do. I have certainly done a lot of art classes in my time, but never actually had the opportunity to go to art school. So, but I know what I like to do, and I watch a lot of other people and read about art, and if I can help other people be more relaxed about creating their own art as well, that's the purpose of my channel. So I'm going to pause the video. Hopefully I will pause it and not stop it. Something else I have to learn is editing. And I also need to get a microphone, and an overhead camera would be really good. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so I'll pause this now so you don't have to listen to any more blah, blah, blah. And next time you see it, it'll be ready to put the... Hello, I'm back. It took a lot longer for this bit to dry, and the other video, even though I had paused it, I can't restart it, so I've got to do another video. I'm so sorry. I will see if my if I can get help to put them together, and so you're only watching one video. However, now we're ready to go with the flowers, and what I've decided to do is do maybe 7 flowers and press it on, leave it to dry, and then tomorrow come back and do another layer of flowers at the front on top, and see how that goes. Because if I try to put too many flowers on and then press it, it's going to maybe get just mushed, and it will just be, they won't look anything like flowers. It'll just be mushy colour. Technical term, mushy. So I'll see how this works. Now the colours I've chosen are Tranquility, which is this pale mauve, purple. The pink is called Dawn. The red is Warm Red. Now those I've just taken straight from the jar or bottle. The Warm Yellow, I've actually put some white in because it's very, very dark. So I've just put some white in that. Now, I'm going to sort of start using a brush, but I think I might just use a teaspoon to put the paint on, and see how that goes. Because we're just going to put globs, a couple of globs of purple. We'll just, oh, yeah, I think a spoon would be better. See, this is very, very experimental. I think I need more than 1 teaspoon because I'm going to need, all right. I'll use this. This is what I've mixed the colour up with. It's either going to look absolutely amazing or absolutely disgusting. So it'll be quite interesting to see how it all turns out in the end. Now, little spatula. I didn't think this through. Tomorrow I'll be ready and I'll have more spoons and things. And I might change the colours up a little bit as well. Maybe put a little bit of dark red in with this pink. just so we don't have too many flowers the same colour. And another brush. Excuse me reaching in front of the camera. I've got all the colours but the red. Need some more. Oh, it's been so hot here today. Beautiful heat though, nice and clear sky. It's going to be hotter tomorrow, but I've got a feeling it's going to be a bit muggy because there's a big cool change coming through tomorrow. Like, okay, all right, I'll clean this up. I put this on foil too. It's just a little bit more environmentally friendly than plastic. So when I finished, I'll bunch all these up and hopefully they'll stay moist until tomorrow. Now, I'm going to hopefully, oh, it's all right. I'm a slob when it comes to paint. Now, this is the same process I used to do the bush landscape, and I was reasonably happy, happier than I thought I would be with the way that turned out. The tree could have done with more foliage up in the branches, but that was fine. The process itself went very well. So that's when I got inspired to do a floral to see how this would work. And this is why I did the stems with the edge of the palette knife instead of doing the globs of paint, because the stems would have just looked like tree trunks instead of. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, see how it goes when it dries, because the paint's still wet. And obviously, once the whole process has been done, then I can go back and put detail in, stamens and things like that into the flowers. Interesting. That's okay, it's part of the process. We'll see how it goes. And, sorry, I was not holding that up properly. I was too busy looking at it myself. Sorry. So that's how that's gone. I think I could do something more with the colours. I will vary the colours a bit for tomorrow, and see what happens. I might mix the two purples together, for example, and yes, I'll have a play. And then I might do smaller globs, so the flowers tomorrow will be a bit smaller. And then after that's all dry, then I can come back in and put some fine paintbrush details into the flowers. Okay, thank you for your patience. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you would hit the like button, that would be great. As if you sort of enjoy it. If you want to subscribe to keep seeing what disaster I can come up with next, that would be lovely. I'm trying to build my confidence and trying to inspire other people to have confidence, to have a go as well, because it's easy to lose your confidence if you don't do something, maybe not every day, but at least several times a week, to do with art. You do tend to lose your confidence and start thinking you just can't do it, not worth it, not, all those negative things once you start going down the rabbit hole. So if I can inspire even one person to start doing something and having a go and not worrying about having never been to art school, and there's so much stuff in life that we don't formally get educated on, we just learn, and art can be one of them. So thank you again. I'd love it if you would subscribe, but I will hopefully be able to pause this and restart again tomorrow so that you can watch it all. Thank you. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you. Bye. Hi, back again. I've had to wait a really long time for the paint to dry because it was, especially this colour, the Tranquility, was really quite thick. And what I've noticed too, the warm red is actually transparent and you can see the stems through it. More so even than the paler colours. So that's interesting. Now, with these, I'm going to do smaller blobs of paint for smaller flowers. I've mixed some of these colours so we don't get exactly the same colours. The light pink, which is called Dawn, I've mixed some of that with the cool red that I've got sitting here, and which has created a dark pink. And then another bit I put in some of the warm yellow that I had from yesterday. That was mixed with white, so that's created like a pale coral kind of colour. And then I've put that same warm yellow with the warm red, so I've got like a definite orange. And then I've put some purple in with the Tranquility, which was that colour, and I've come up with a definite lavender colour. And then I'm going to come back, and when I've done these smaller blotches and ones here, so I'll probably do them about this size with the dark purple, and I'll just do some little spots of white and hopefully like down the bottom area, and that will hopefully look a bit like seaside daisies down the bottom. I did do this green a bit more filled in because of the droplets of paint that came off the palette knife when I was doing the stems. So that kind of filled that bit in down the bottom. If you wanted to do a painting with just the lines, which did look quite effective, it was quite simple but nice and clean looking, I would put masking tape down the bottom so that if you do splot any paint, you can just pull that off at the end and it will have a nice clean look about it. The way that you could do it with the lines, you could paint the backing, like the boards, a back colour, and then do contrasting colours in the lines. And it's a simple painting, but it would be quite effective. Okay, now I'm going to use smaller blobs of paint. I'll use the end of the spoon. Yes, I'm using spoons again. So I'll just put some little blobs. Another little blob there. And maybe another little one down here. The dark pink. Maybe one up here. Goodness, those magpies are loud. There's a lot of trees where I live, so we have a lot of birds, which are beautiful. I'll just grab the end of a teaspoon, not that one, this one, because I don't want to put, where will I go with this? Over here. If they overlap over the other flowers, that's not a bad thing. So we'll just see how this works out. And do I not have another spoon? No. Okay, mucky finger time. All right. Obviously, you might like what I'm doing, you might not like what I'm doing. I'm happy to have constructive feedback. If you've got any comments, certainly leave them. But I've prefer not to have nasty comments, just because it's just unnecessary. Not everybody likes the same art, not everybody has the same ideas. I know I've watched artists and they're doing big abstracts, and I love what they do, and then she keeps going and going, no, don't like this, don't like that, and it changes 2 or 3 times, and the third final one that she absolutely loves, it's like, yeah, I liked it better, 20 minutes ago. But it's everybody's different. Now I'm just going to do tiny little dobs, just tiny little dobs of white here and there. It's a bit tall for a seaside daisy, but anyway, I'll just see how that goes. This is all experimentation. It's the processes I love. Just seeing how things turn out. Can you see that? Oh, you can't see that. That's good. At least it's not so hot today. It's been really, really warm. And Christmas Day is going to be, what is it? 33, 34 Celsius. And Boxing Day, which is when English in Australia and New Zealand have Boxing Day, it's the day after Christmas. But because of family commitments, etc., we'll often have our Christmas on Boxing Day, and it's going to be 39, 40 degrees. Oh, that's fun. At least we're having it at my eldest daughter's house, and she has a swimming pool. So that's going to be, very refreshing. Okay, now, time to put that on top of that and see how that goes. Okay. All right, I might just, no, we won't worry about washing my hand. Because I just, every time I pause it, I seem to cut it off. Okay, so we're going to lower this gently down on top of that. Now, smooth it out. A wallpaper, I just thought one of those things that they smooth out wallpaper with would be good for this. I think they use something similar for screen printing as well. Could be wrong. That would be fun to do one day. As long as you get this. Now I've got the white down the bottom, so I'm trying to make sure that I get that. Okay. I think I've done as much damage as I can do. Alright, so I'll see how this turns out. Oh, okay. That's quite okay. Alright. Now, obviously they just look like splotches. I could leave them like that. But I think what I might do, once they're very dry, and I do like the way it's mirror imaged, once they're very dry, I will probably come back into it and do a bit of detail in the actual flowers. But I'll have a think about it, see how it looks when it dries. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate you watching me play and experiment. And I'm hoping I'm inspiring people just to have a go. That you don't need to have, you don't have to do everything exactly the way everybody else does. But you see something and you think, oh, I'll have a go at that, see if this is working. Try different ways of doing things, different colours, different processes. And it's fun. That's the main thing, that if it brings you joy and makes you feel good. Okay, thank you again for watching. If you would like to hit the subscribe button so you can see what else I have a go at, that would be fantastic. And if you've enjoyed watching this, please hit the like button. Thank you. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.